Welcome to Beautiful Angel Blossom's magical YouTube channel. Lots of fun here. Gaming videos to cooking and trying food to a whole lot more. Angel is a very random and magical girl. Lots of love.
Okay, let's see what we got going on now. I'm using my tablet to record this. Not much of nothing, is it? Oh, there we go. Well, 7 minutes now. It says be patient. Well, we're about to hit the 12-minute mark. I don't know what it's doing, to be honest. Well, something failed, and it blinked off really fast. So, yeah, we're just gonna see what it does. There's a triangle. There must be the mouse. And... oh. Yeah. I can't get it to connect to any Wi-Fi. It just won't work. And on top of it, everything seems so... slow. And no-go. Because you need the internet in order to download drivers and other kinds of stuff. Okay, let's see what we have here. Another Linux distro. Boot with open source drivers, boot with proprietary. Let's just do open source drivers. Oh, I only had 0 seconds remaining. Well, that's interesting. There it goes. That's not great, is it? Back to this stuff again. Oh, we got past it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Manjaro. I don't know how good this is going to run on this old machine, but it's KDE. That's pretty. Was that the Golden Gate Bridge? See 2 red towers. Okay. This looks a lot more better. The good news is I got the internet connected, so I mean, that's a good start. I don't know. Ooh, that's a little different. I don't know why the other distro and the one I tried off camera would never connect to the internet. So this is right here. This is the distro that I tried that failed to install a driver, was very laggy, and I couldn't get the internet to work. And I could not get the installer to work. And the other version I tried was this one, this version right here, which also I could not get it to connect to the internet as well. So both from this publisher, I could not get it to connect to the internet. I'm gonna let this continue to install, and yeah, I can only do 720p. And the speakers on this TV kind of not very good. But yeah, this is mainly what I use this computer for, is to do YouTube, maybe Tubi, and a few others. Can't do 1080p, but anyways. If that was a real Indy car, my car would have been destroyed after that.
This was the kind of thing that kids would have dreamed of owning back in the 1980s, but just look at...
Why does it sound like it's way over-modulated?
I really don't know how I managed to put up with the CRT all those years ago, but of course you did, because it was the only thing that was available, and it was just amazing to have your own TV at the time. But I thought closing this noise...
Is it the speakers, or is it vibrating the plastic stand that it's on?
I think I'll leave it up. But I don't think I'm going to continue watching it on this.
That's an interesting TV.
That it did on the,
this is a Tecmom video, by the way.
Of other options as well. So let's move on and do that. Yes.
This is how shorts are playing on the TV. By the way, my sissy's YouTube. Go and subscribe. She makes awesome videos. I think the speakers on this TV is not great.
Definitely keep an eye or bothered it. Maybe having to sit with this tiny little spoon and have to try and find all of the little...
Are influencing banks to stop transactions in these currencies, and Valve says, hey, you're impacting our bottom line, you're hurting how much money we're bringing in, and you're stopping the ability to go through and actually make these payments being done, then they can put the squeeze on the company and implicate whatever they want to have happen, and any sort of
really?
To use to control these companies. That is horrifying! That's so scary across anything, that every company on the planet has to bend to these payment processors, and they are cutting off currency use because they don't agree with what's happening on that currency storefront, even though we clearly can see that every other major payment processor was totally fine with OF content. They're totally
What's up
fine
with the volume? Sounds weird at different volumes.
Video game bad.
I
brand new payment processor.
just edit the audio on my TV.
They were dropped due to the NSFW content as well, and that's causing a major issue on top of that. If these payment processors see Valve and Steam as too much of a risk, then they will go ahead and keep putting the squeeze onto Valve until Valve
I turned down the
offers,
bass
basically
and
just
treble.
making the actual company and corporation bend to whatever will of these payment processors to determine what kind of content you can and cannot purchase. And that is the
It doesn't
scariest part
change
about all of that,
anything.
because they go after your money. They control your money, and at the same time, they'll also use those same practices.
There's a
to
speaker
debank
that's going bad.
individuals. But the problem is, every time the knife of censorship is used, it always goes way too far and cuts
But
out
it sounds
far
like
too
it's
much.
better, so...
According to the gamer,
Yeah.
targeting lesbian games, even if they're safe for work. That's right, content that isn't even NSFW, that just has any sort of like idea or concept.
Really? They're
besides
wanting to ban
LGBT
lesbian
is
games?
also being targeted as well.
They're wanting to
now
ban
you're looking at,
LGBTQ
where's the line going to
games.
be drawn, and what can actually happen to the content that you actually enjoy. And yeah, sure, not everybody agrees with every kind of game or every kind of political aspect, but we're not talking about.
Look at it, look what I have. This is called Making Mini Appliances. Do you see how big this is? Do you see how big this is?
That's really big.
I cannot wait to bust this open and see what we're making. This looks so fun. Where is it? Where is it? Where is the zipper? Where is the zipper? Here it is. Okay, let's bust open and see what we get. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on!
Again, this
so
is
excited.
my sissy's video,
What?
so you should go and subscribe and watch her videos, but I honestly believe
Oh,
I'm gonna
almost.
pause it right here so the surprise does not end, but I think I got the audio sorted out. I don't know why it seems to be way over modulated for some reason, but that's crazy. But yeah, if you want to finish watching the rest of her video, go to her channel, go and subscribe. If you want to watch more of that video, this is my sissy's channel. Go and subscribe. Hit that button right there. Let's get her to 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 subscribers before the end of the year. Can we do it? Yes, we can. And let's hope that this does not end up taking itself out like Kubuntu did. But anyways, well, I thought I'd done into this video, but apparently we're getting this. It says, memory shortage avoided. Well, I just got done watching a movie, and yeah, I didn't have no buffering issues. No issues. It played the movie quite good, actually. The only times that I get the memory warnings is sometime when it goes in sleep mode. But I can watch movies. I have watched several films, several YouTube videos, 720p, and I never had one instance where the memory thing pops up that tells me about the memory. So I have been dealing with the hurt foot for a while now, and so I've been in bed a lot. And yes, I have been really watching a lot of movies and stuff. And I have not encountered any problems. The only problems I've had is whenever I had to drop the video down to 360p because somehow YouTube didn't have 480p, is when there was 60 frames per second video. 60 frames per second video on this old computer can get quite laggy. So there was that too. But other times, 720p video, it's fine. It's fine. But the only time I get that memory stuff is sometimes when I bring it out of sleep mode. So, we started out over here. And then we went over here. And we made a river. Or a waterway. We made a river or a waterway. Yep. And we connected it to the water over there. Connected it to the water over here. And ta-da! It's a river waterway. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's moving by itself. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace, love, and hugs. Always be kind to each other. I love you all. See you on the next video. Bye-bye. And Zoe, Rumi, and Mira. Whoa, 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 whoa.